Welcome back to another Can We Survive outdoor adventure. Chris and I decided that it was time to try and do something a little more challenging. We're going to try and build our very first primitive axe, primarily using the local resources we find around us. Now this is a skill that will take a long time to perfect, but you gotta start somewhere. We have a very basic understanding of the art of tool and weapon building with absolutely no experience. But even with failure, there's success in every attempt that we do, as long as we learn from our mistakes. I think these rocks are gonna look good, eh?
Well, it's just like, it's almost a shape, you know?
Yeah.
Same with this one.
It's not too...
Be able to blast the front edge off.
You make yourself a little hatchet.
Hatchet. The rocks are freezing cold in my hand though.
It's so cold right now, that's why. It's got to be close to freezing, if not freezing.
No, it's under. It's 28 degrees F.
Oh, it's 28. Yeah, it's cold.
Nice edge there, but it's a little bit.
I know.
Not enough.
I think, yeah, maybe they choose bigger ones because they say like with the flint knapping, you don't know where the fracture point is in the rock, right? Hey, this is what the books were talking about. This sort of stuff, eh?
Like this.
Yeah.
See this stuff here?
The perpendicular edges, and then you hack that off. So you get a hammer rock and try and get that off. This is exactly what they're talking about. This is the stuff that they were saying to use, and if you can't, then you can use a softer, rounder river rock. What are you seeing? For what?
What? Just saying it's an oak, right? Because you...
No, it's not an oak. Look at the leaves.
Well, it's something different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not a pine. Cause
No, yeah, I know.
It's a hardwood.
Yeah. I remembered like a ton of oak around here, you know?
Yeah. It's weird how it just a little bit of the other trees mix in with all the pine.
Yeah.
How'd they get here? Birds?
I don't think the oak is like... I've yet to see, other than oak leaves on the ground, I've yet to see a big oak tree like full of leaves and stuff. You know, maybe it's not the right season, maybe because it's winter, you know?
Yeah.
The illusion, I just used to seeing snow, you know?
What's snow?
What's snow? Is that an oak there? Those things leaning?
Yeah, looks like it.
They look like they're... Oh, yeah, look. So this is what we were looking for when we were coming in here. We were looking for signs of leaves on the ground, right? But there's another tree. Is it this one here? There's another tree that has like acorns and stuff like that. And I thought it was from the oak because I'm seeing oak leaves. I'm like, oh, look at the acorns and the oak leaves, definitely oak. But the acorns were actually coming from this thing here. I have no idea. You know, whether it's a bow or an axe, you want that hardwood, right?
Yeah, for the handle?
For the handle.
Yeah.
You don't want pine. Pine's a softwood.
Ash, maple.
I don't know what that tree is though. Like, I don't know if anyone would even know what that is, but it seemed like you tapped it before, you scraped it too, and it was kind of like the manzanita. It was like a hardwood.
Yeah.
Kind of got polished.
Kind of a smooth bark on it.
Yeah.
Well, because looks like a young tree too.
Oh yeah, this is definitely the oak. All the leaves are here, and look, this little fella just wouldn't let go. You're free now. So this is the oak, you know. This stuff is dead. This might be perfect for a handle or something.
Yeah.
You know, maybe the natural curve or something. Eh?
Oh yeah, get a little recurve going on there.
Yeah, look at that. Nice little handle. That's a lot of work though. That's pretty thick, don't you think? Or would you do the handle down here?
Yeah, it depends on what kind of rocks we can find for the head of it, right?
Yeah.
Because you want some girth up there. I like to try and channel it out like we do on 7 days. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that would. So there's like a split, a way you can just split it. You can burn through it. And there's another one, they said that if you soak the wood,
you wrap it over,
you bend it. But
yeah.
I'm like, that sounds like you got to soak it for hours then. We're not doing that. At least I'm not doing that. You can do that.
You do
Oh,
that.
lots of more oak right over there.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of oak here. So this is good. This is a good location. Because for like the first hour of driving, it was all pine needles. It's like, well, we can't really, we could practice whittling it, but it would be absolutely useless.
We may or may not have gotten lost, but I was driving,
It's
someone
a
else
big
was
forest.
navigating.
Yeah, we're like, what's going on?
I'm pretty sure we're heading north.
We're trying to use the sun, but
When you get down these valleys like
Yeah.
that, there's a big valley that goes way down,
oh,
and you can lose your bearings.
Yep, this is gonna be the place for us. It'll be good. We knew for certain that oak was a perfect wood for making axe handles and bows, but we wanted to experiment with other types of wood that were in the area. Without knowing what that mystery tree was, we decided to try and fashion an axe handle with our favorite plant, the manzanita. We knew that the wood was extremely hard and dense, and since those characteristics are partly why oak and other similar woods are great for making tools, we thought we'd give it a shot.
Pretty good. This top part took the whole part of that outside piece off like that.
Nice.
This is going to be like the handle section here.
Look how nice that red though, the wood do.
Yeah,
I hope it works out because that's beautiful.
looks really good.
Beautiful.
You're pretty.
I'm gonna cut it here just because I'm not 100% positive that this is dead, and I don't want to kill it. So if we cut the limb here, then we shouldn't anyway. I'm not like, oh, I see some holes in it, like termite holes though, or something.
Yeah,
Hopefully it just runs along the bark, and then I'll cut it up here after.
Yeah,
All right, where's that gonna fall?
right on your head.
And that's real dead. Dead. And it's probably a good idea when cutting or any of that stuff. I know we're not using an axe, but wearing glasses.
Yeah,
I don't want
for
to get
sure.
poked in the eye or anything like that, you know. Yeah, that still feels green.
Well, some of it is, but down below it's dead.
Yeah, yeah. Well, like that, it's completely dead.
Timber.
I don't know if this
Dead
is
in the
usable.
center.
Well, come take a look. It's soft, but there's a hole going right through it. Some sort of rot. Yeah.
That's fine, dude. It's pretty straight, and we're gonna channel out where that hole is. It'll be fine.
Yeah?
I think so.
As long as it's good down here.
Yep.
And you're right, because we're gonna split this. Right?
We're gonna make like a channel in there.
Yeah, yeah. Fine, I'll keep going. I'm like, there's no point in cutting anymore. I'm really exhausted.
I guess I don't have to whittle this down.
So what do you think, Meaty? Like maybe a 1/4 inch saw in there just so I have a platform to hit down onto?
Yeah, you can kind of control the split.
Okay.
And then just like if you're gonna baton from the top down,
Yeah.
nibble it. Don't go in like way
Yeah,
in.
just almost like taking the bark
and,
off or
and
whatever.
as you go down, that your saw cut should stop the split from continuing down, and you can control your handle area.
Okay, I'm gonna lay that on the ground just to make the cut. I'm gonna do it just above this notch here,
Yeah,
which is, you know, this
pretty
is gonna
good.
be, this is
we're
gonna
gonna have
be
to take some girth off that
this
one.
thing is so heavy, dude. It's like, oh my goodness. You can definitely tell this is oak. Definitely. All right. Maybe almost just past the oak a little bit, or the bark a little bit, eh?
I would, yeah, a little bit deeper than that, because you're gonna want to take a fair amount. So about an eighth to a 1/4, not much more, no more than that.
Yeah.
If you look at the depth of the teeth of themselves, see how far they are. Get down to where you can't see the teeth anymore.
Well, it's almost like what you did with your batoning wood, right?
Exactly.
Like
Except
you
I
went
had
in
to
and
win.
then-
I went real aggressive on that one.
Yeah, yeah. Boom, boom.
I'm aggressive.
You're very aggressive. I'm just I don't want to go too far in because I don't know like how thick.
No, I would definitely caution on the side of short than deep, you know.
Yeah. Because I could always just go in after a little bit more, right?
Yep. Now I'm
I'd go
right-handed,
like
so I
this,
hold
maybe.
my knife in my left and I baton with my right.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's like whatever comfort is, I guess.
Actually, this is the first time I'm using this as a baton. It's full tang, the Helle, the Utver or whatever.
Utver.
Super shiny, like don't do it.
Utver, you need to eat chocolate.
Utver. Soft on that side.
You can hit it wherever you want with that. It's just falling apart now. It's seen better days.
That knot.
You know when you come to a knot, man. It's like, what is going on here?
Nice.
Yeah, see, and that's that much that you don't have to sit there and try and carve out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Save some of the hard labor. Like
Yeah,
taking
definitely.
some chunks off.
That definitely works a little bit better. It's too bad we don't have any sandpaper though.
Yeah.
That'd be
And
nice.
some linseed oil.
Yeah. Learning skills, it's fun. It's definitely an art. You know, there's an art to it.
Yeah, but it's fun just to try out new things with your knife and
Yeah, yeah.
see
well,
what-
you
see what
always
you can
baton.
create,
I
yeah.
never baton. So
I like
this is
batoning.
literally the very first time that I've ever batoned.
Yeah.
Another knot. Get down in there.
Does it feel a little bit better just taking off
it's
that
a
little
lot
bit?
better. It's a lot better just getting the bark off, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's like a half inch off this
Yeah,
already.
you're taking, those look like about 1/8 inch thick, so all the way around, and that.
And for this, I mean, I can just whittle that off,
And
right?
if you want to shape it round, if you want
Yeah.
to shape it oblong like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
regular axe handle, that's where you can do it now. And you don't have to take off as much material.
Oh, nice. You got a good chunk out of that, eh?
Yeah. Got to slowly work it so I don't break those edges.
Do you find it fragile, the wood?
I find this beef jerky delicious.
The beef jerky, it's a lot of work. That's what I'm finding.
Yeah. Well, it's like what we said before is you should spend more time looking for the perfect piece of wood rather than the first thing I found trying to make it. But I'm having fun carving on this thing. I'm going to try and, nap a rock, get it in there and see if it breaks or if it will do anything,
Yeah, yeah. Trial and error, my friend. So, as you can see, my axe got significantly shorter, but that's because in the top here, there was that rot. So I got it down because I'm gonna be like this. I don't have the same nice flex on it anymore, but I made sure that, the rot here anyway, I'm gonna be splitting it here and opening it up, and it's a little bit damp, so it's gonna be a little bit more pliable. I'll probably have to technically dry it to harden it and everything like that, but it should work. So I got it down to where it feels good in the hands. I'll split it here and then put the rock that's probably gonna shatter in the top. It is. I mean, we're trying to, we research it. We say like, oh, river rock and everything like that. And then we got a nap. We've never, did rock napping or whatever it's called.
I like to nap.
Yeah, I'm a good napper. Oh, that hurts.
Oh no,
What?
mine split.
No!
Well, I had a failure on my wood. So there's these cracks running down all the way through this. And what happened is it found one of the cracks and worked its way over to this edge. I was, cleaning out the center part, but this side here,
Oh, yeah.
there's too many of these radial cracks in it. You see these? Or linear cracks.
Maybe that's why they always say not, like, I mean, obviously Manzanita is not what anyone ever says to make an axe out. We just thought we'd try it.
Because it looks really cool.
Yeah, it looks amazing. It's a hard wood.
Very hard to work with the curvature of it, though.
Yeah.
We couldn't. You're not going to find very much straight, even with a nice gentle curve. So I've only got about 2.5 hours into this thing, though. But that's why I stopped doing all this and did this to see
if it would even take.
And once it did, there's my attempt. It failed. I had some of these linear cracks worked its way up to my outside edge.
And we did read, like, remember it said, don't get ones with cracks in the wood.
But I had, like, when I had this top part out, down about an inch or so, I was able to squeeze it, and I could see that it was going to grip in there.
Oh, yeah.
And I was going to put like a cordage around the base so it couldn't split, but there's just too many of these
radial
cracks. Yeah.
All right, well, I don't know where to start or how thick to make the end here. We were discussing whether to make the edge on this side or this side. So like to hit this way, you see the curve, or this way inside. And I'm actually gonna put it in the inside. I don't know if it's the right thing to do. I'm just using physics, which is an arch, you know? So based on the arch, when you push down, the strength comes from the top. So if I was going this way, there's less strength in this hitting that way versus this, which sort of takes this, you know, if I'm hitting on this side here, it's spreading the actual, impact on the arch.
I was told there would be no physics during the making of this.
Well, I'm just using physics because that's the only thing I have. I don't have experience. And if it's wrong, you know, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. Maybe you don't want to do that, but that's what I'm going to try anyway, you know, fail or not. So I've got my rocks. And like I said, I don't know what kind of rock is going to fit in here, so I don't know how thick to make this or whatever. So I've got a few rocks here. This one here, as you can see, that's a nice looking rock if it was right in there like that.
A tomahawk rock.
Yeah, that looks nice. If this thing can even be made into an axe head. And I got this smaller one. I know I got a big one because, oh, is that the line almost looks like it goes right through here though. So we don't know anything about napping. So this is not just about...
Wait a minute, I know a lot about napping. I nap every day.
I am a professional napper. So I'm just gonna do my best based on what we've seen, and I'm gonna try and I'm gonna work on this one here. It's thick. It's a really thick one, so if I can't get an edge on this side, you know, then all is lost. But I don't care, we're making them anyway. And if we fail, we'll learn from this, and you can be guaranteed we're gonna try it again. So time to nap. All right, so here's my striking. I got a striking tool here, and this one looks like it's gonna fracture, so I don't wanna use that. There's a line in it. I got this one because it had a sharp edge in case I wanted to cut stuff, so I thought that was kind of cool. It's pretty sharp, sedimentary. Really, it's probably more like shale almost. I don't know, that might not be good, but that's not what I'm worried about. Well, let's see if we can get that. I'm gonna try and keep my fingers out of the way because I'd like my thumbs to be intact. I want this one. This one's got distance. Damn it, man, I can't use that. Is this thing alright? No, this one's my best one. This thing's chipping, not this.
Well, that's good, then you got a strong axe head, but just...
Yeah.
Try and give it some real gusto. See if you can get...
I know, I'm so worried about smashing my fingers like a nub.
And you got your glasses on, so...
Yeah, I got glasses on just in case it chips. Oh, wow. You're right, good axe head, but man, this is gonna take some work. A lot of work. I am spent.
You got cuts all over your hands.
I'm bleeding. I got a cut there. Cut on my thing here. Oh yeah, cut there. I didn't even see that one. You don't have any cuts?
Nope.
You know what we say, if you don't cut yourself, you're not working hard
That's
enough.
right. It's so true. So, so we were trying to make some different stuff and kind of went down the line of doing these axes. And we stopped on the way in here on a dry creek bed.
Yeah.
Thought we got some good rocks.
Well, because we did research. They said,
Yeah.
oh, try the river rock or whatever it
Yeah.
is, right? They're hard, but...
Now, I
well,
spent
they're
a couple
hard.
hours with some manzanita,
This
and then it broke on me.
brittle. Hard but brittle.
Well, it had like checks and stuff in it, so
Yeah, these lines.
that would be cool. But I spent a lot of time on it. Then I grabbed this piece of oak here and made a baton. So I'm gonna keep this and let it dry really hard, and it'll be a
Yeah.
nice, because it's heavy. Feel how heavy it is.
Oh yeah, it's the same thing. Like this thing is light,
Yeah.
but it's like a bone. It's
Yeah.
like it's made of a...
So I'll let this harden up, and I've got a flat side and then nice side here for batoning.
Yeah.
I stopped with mine,
Yeah.
transitioned to looking for better rocks because I went on the rocks,
Which are now in our fireplace
Yeah,
because we're like, you know
yeah.
what?
made the fire pit with the rocks. Because
This
like
stuff.
the one that I wanted to break, the other one would break,
Yeah.
and then they were shooting things all over the place. So
Yeah.
had really bad luck with the rocks. Need to do some more research and get some better rocks.
You like with the rocks, like you may have to use river rock. That may be it. And that one rock that I found that was a great shape
Yeah.
was super hard. But I'm telling you, you would have to spend hours and hours. And we don't have, it's wintertime. We don't have daylight
we ran
for
out
that.
ran out of daylight, and we got to cook some food.
Yeah.
So we stopped where we were, and you got pretty far with yours.
Yeah. So I really enjoyed actually making it. I enjoyed whittling
It
it,
was fun
down.
carving
Yeah,
and-
it was a lot of fun. This part was not fun. This part was not fun.
No, that's where I broke mine.
Like to get through there, it's a lot of work to get that in. And we have a makeshift axe head. This is like slate or shale or whatever. We couldn't. You tried sharpening it and it was just chipping it off.
Yeah.
So it's not good. But for the look of it, we're gonna try and put it in there. So we try to make the length. It was so hard getting that stuff out of there, though, dude.
Be nice if you had if you actually had woodworking tools like a wood chisel or something,
Yeah.
and
What do you think there? Or
Yeah.
or more out, like
get the girth in there.
maybe right about there.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay. Hammer this down. We got paracord. I know you're supposed to use the other stuff, but obviously,
It's our first time at
this
trying these
we're
things.
just trying to get. Damn, dude. There's a giant gap in there.
Yeah.
How do you get that in? How would you get that in
Well, I
then?
mean, you want to jam it farther down? It's starting
Yeah.
to check. Look, turn around here. That line right there.
Oh.
Isn't it starting to
No,
split?
no. This one here,
Yeah.
this line here is because I tried
Batoning.
batoning to get some of the chunks out, but I don't know, dude.
Do you want to try and get it down in farther?
Whatever. This is not a usable axe. Ooh, good thing you got your other baton. Oh yeah, no, never mind. It's splitting.
Yeah, I told you. All right, that's good, dude. That's in there.
Yeah.
Maybe you should try and. Where's that paracord at?
Are
Are you sitting on
I
it?
sitting on it? No, maybe you're
Didn't
sitting
I
on
throw
it.
it at you?
Yeah, you threw it over here at me. It's right there.
I found it. It's right
Oh, are
here.
you sitting on it? Ow! What the?
No, you're gonna bleed again. So
We could probably lace it just up the top there to really. Man, that thing is really in there.
and this is actually some of the cheap paracord. It's cheap stuff. I think I got
Hey,
the.
man.
I have the real paracord. I think this is Sportsman's Warehouse.
I
stuff.
wish we could find like the real stone and it wasn't so hard. Like you would need days to actually hammer any of these river rock down. Like they're super hard, but man alive. And then, yeah, because we want to crisscross the outside.
If I get one going around here, then when I go over it, it'll pull it down. You know what? That edge is so sharp, it's cutting the paracord already.
Is it?
Yeah. I don't know if this would work like rawhide, if you got it wet, if that would help at all, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Watch your thumb. There's that. You gotta do it one more time. So you want to maybe grab that piece of whatever white pine that is right there, and we can chop into it a little bit.
Oh, okay.
So here's my piece.
You can really mash it down.
You can really round off edges with this piece. All right.
Watch our eyes. It might shatter. It's almost like it's bruising it, not... I am caveman.
Yes.
Look, it's like it's just squishing it. It's not actually cutting it.
He's squishy.
Get over here. Yeah, that doesn't do crap all, dude.
But I tell you what, the handle, the lashing.
You'd eventually get through there, but that'd take a lot.
With the right rock and
Yeah.
sharpening it,
Yeah.
the handle and the lashing is working.
Yeah, that oak is just...
I was hitting it pretty hard. It's not
yeah,
moving in
yeah,
there.
it's just in there. I mean, if we can find the absolute and learn how to nap.
It actually
maybe
looks
just,
pretty neat, though. It does.
yeah,
look neat.
like I mean, and there's when we're just like doing other things, or if we have other skills that we're learning, and we're sitting around the campfire, maybe we can start learning to chip and find the right rocks. But we don't have all day to do that. Like it would just gobble up this day and the next day to actually get any damage. These things were ridiculous. Ooh, we did find this though. Quartz. Psh, psh. Flint and steel.
I'd rather try and forge one like in a hot coal thing with a piece. Bring a piece of steel.
Yeah.
And try and just hammer it out and forge one.
You're gonna have to make a forge now.
Oh.
Next time.
It's hot.
What's hot? The steaks?
No, the face.
Your face.
So we've had some dodgy meals.
Oh, we needed a real meal, man. We needed a real meal.
I mean, you can't eat steak every time you come out.
No.
Once in a blue moon is good, but we decided to have some steaks because it sounded tasty.
Yeah. Great camping food. I mean,
Yeah.
you're gonna bring a steak, but
This is yours.
all right. Oh boy. Ooh, we got the seasoning salt to put on top, maybe.
Yeah.
All right.
This is mine.
Oh wow! Look at
Mine's
that.
the bigger one.
We got them super well marbled. What are these, New York strip loins?
Yeah.
Come on, baby.
This is just a basic salt and pepper mix.
It's a salt and pepper dry rub. Can I eat it now?
See, now this is a real meal compared to, the MREs are fun, but we had a bad experience. So,
listen, it's like you get New Delhi belly. That's what they call it. You can't eat. I don't know how soldiers eat MREs all the time, man.
like 3 squares a day?
No.
Come on.
No.
Every day?
No. They can't eat those for breakfast, though. There's nothing in there for breakfast.
They must have something else.
Oatmeal.
So we have all manzanita in here for good solid hot coals.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of nice hot coals in there. Oh, let's go.
See, with the coals being like they are,
Yeah.
it's almost like we let it rest already on here because they're so low now.
Yeah.
It's slowly rested. I think we're probably pretty good.
Yeah, there's only like minimal, like almost like keep warm heat.
So they're resting there, so it's not like you take them off, cut into them. You let it rest. Let it rest.
Honestly, the manzanita, I just love that, man. Great coals, no ash flying all over the place. Oh.
So I made a spatula, of course, and we got ourselves a nice
oak plank.
Planky. Turn that thing over. No, that plank.
Oh, that side. Oh.
Because you had splinters there.
That's okay. Splinter time.
Yeah. smells
Dude,
really good, right?
That ain't no MRE. Mine rests a little bit. Let's see yours. Oh, that's just perfect, dude. Look at that pink in there. Now, again, people always like their steaks a certain way.
Well,
but I don't like mine rare. I like mine medium.
this is medium. This is medium, not really medium rare. I'd say this is medium, perfectly cooked.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a look at mine.
You shouldn't cut yours. I wouldn't cut yours yet.
No. Ah, come on now. You make that face. It's like I can't.
Oh my god.
Too close to my.
The salt and pepper made a crust.
Yeah.
Ah.
I'm gonna take a look at that. Oh, look at that, dude.
Yep. Perfect.
That's exactly how I like my steak.
You're welcome. I'm a chef.
Oh, this is so tender. Oh my god.
Right?
That might be one of the best steaks, dude. I'm not even kidding. Like, that's so juicy and it's so flavorful. Oh my god.
After MREs.
I only eat meat on our outdoor expedition, but this is making it very hard to go back to vegetarian when I get back home.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so tender.
It's really good. That crust, you know, you get a little bit of the salt,
Yeah,
but it's
crunchy.
it's like sea salt crunchy, you know?
Mm-hmm. Oh my god. Hey, man.
I'd say this is a pretty good end to this day.
Pretty fantastic, and I learned a lot actually with the art of actually making a primitive axe. It is a lot of work. It is hard. It's exhausting. My shoulders, like scraping, all that other stuff, man. It is exhausting.
What we're gonna do is keep an eye out for good stones and stuff as we adventure around, and then you know, once we find something that we think is gonna work, we can modify, you know, your axe.
Where will we go?